Tom.
And this week we are streaming Bioshock, so let's just jump right into this.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I mean, I haven't really seen... this is going to be the first time that I'm seeing this game. I mean, outside of the regular previews and, commercials and things like that. So. And
the best part about this for me is that I actually actively avoided finding out anything about this game.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like, it's just kind of good to have a little bit of mystery. Learn things for yourself. I was the same way. Like, see things for the first time for yourself, not to have any spoilers. Learn things for yourself. I was the same way. Like, see things for the first.
Oh, I left the volume on my end of this after lecturing you for I'm gonna say like a good 30 seconds about the importance of having the stream muted. And then it just starts this like really weird feedback, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's me."
Are we good now, though? Technical issues aside?
Yeah. All of our technical issues are done with. And so I just want to point this out really quickly. This is an amazing-looking game, and I am playing this on, a pretty decent computer, but my graphics card is dated at this point. I have everything turned all the way up, and I'm streaming this, and it's running beautifully.
Yeah.
So
So how far along are you into the game? Would you say here?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I would go so far as to saying that depending on how you play it, because there's already, and this sounds weird, but there's more depth and like shit that you could just wander around and listen to. In probably the first 20 minutes of this game, just before like even the entire town's turned on you and shit's going to hell, there's more there than in some games' entire like breadth.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you played the first Bioshock, did you play the first Bioshock?
I loved the first.
Yeah, I mean,
Bioshock.
the first Bioshock, did what video games should do, and that's grab you by the balls right in the beginning. There's a plane crash, you gotta swim, you're surviving, just trying to stay alive. So obviously I didn't see the very beginning of the Bioshock here, but it's supposed to be a really good storyline from what I heard.
Yeah. So mild spoilers, like I said, we're probably 20 minutes in, if that. This game is, like, everyone you're fighting against, hella racist. Like, already, because it's like 1912 that this is taking place. So, sitting there and being like, oh, like, one race is inferior to the other one, wasn't really a radical thought or anything, but seeing it in a game, just like people actively being racist, is sort of crazy.
It's kind of grown up.
Yeah,
it's an adult topic.
Yeah, it's crazy just to see some of this stuff actively taking place.
What is the actual storyline? So, like, what exactly is going on here? So, obviously,
sure.
Bioshock's a first-person shooter. You got a gun. It's set in like a pseudo 1950s era, but you're in the sky. So, who are you? What are you trying to do?
This is even before that. They said like 1912 is the date that I've had.
Okay.
So it's like probably even before the last game, and I'm guessing that this is just a universe that cities can exist underwater or fly. Right. That it's just accepted fact. So you are sent to find Elizabeth, who is I don't know at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just find her in the tower, and you infiltrate, and it seems to be a religious city that's just based in the sky right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a unique setting. I mean, just like the original Bioshock, where you're in this underwater city. I mean, this is an entirely new kind of untapped world where it's set in this weird history where you don't see a lot of games going back in time this far, let alone let's just put it in the sky. That was it. What do you got going on here?
This is your plasmids, like from the first one, except that when you get plasmids this time, It doesn't look like a pleasant experience.
No, it's pretty painful.
And then you have like your little videos here, and they're kind of insanity like they were in the last one, but it's like just really unique, and it just seems like it was, every aspect of this was thought through, and that it's a world that you exist in, as opposed to just some place that they kind of throw you into.
So now, has this been a pretty linear game, or is this like more open world Skyrim-ish?
It's been, I'm gonna say, exclusively linear at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're still in the beginning stages anyway.
Yeah. So I don't know how much it's gonna pan out to be, like how linear it's going to be in the grand scheme of things. But the last one was, I think, except for some very minor exceptions, was pretty much just a linear game.
So now maybe let's talk about what you just did right there. So with your left hand, you took over like a turret, and had the turret shoot these bad guys for you, right?
Yeah, shoot the enemies for me.
Yeah. So what other powers? So obviously you're shooting with this pistol here, but then the left hand, kind of like Skyrim, does it get designated for other abilities like magic or something?
that's where I use
Plasmids?
the plasmids, or I think they're called vigors this time.
Okay.
Yeah. So and that's like just where your powers come from. Once again, thus far, I don't know later what's going to be happening, or if oddly I'm going to get a two-handed gun and I can't use plasmids, or something equally crazy happens. But it seems to be pretty similar in scope to the first one.
So you're walking around right now, and then you're picking up health.
Yes.
So it's not a regenerating health system.
No, I don't know if it is on an easier difficulty. I'm playing on normal.
Okay.
So I can't speak to that, but yeah, it's kaleidoscope. Let's learn something about the opening days of the Prophet.
I like how it's the whole 1920s, black and white.
Yeah, the
ties
film was
everything together.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bore the watchers with spoilers and make them sit through all of that, but once it's just the lengths that the people who make these games, the good versions of these games, go to set up the world of just having that stuff there. And see, I got off the streets and instantly walked behind someplace, and people are just kind of hanging out, not really doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of crap to collect. I mean, you're just walking around, there's just stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Health, coins.
Salt, which is what you use for your vigor, I guess.
Yeah, very interactive. Everybody's seems to be well animated.
My only complaint thus far is children. I don't really know how many children there are scattered throughout the game, but they look more like midgets than really just short adults than they do children. Their features seem a little off.
Well, I was pretty impressed. The viewers might have missed it, but back outside when you kind of took over that turret that was shooting those bad guy cops, there was an explosion that went off behind one of them, and he did like a forward jerking motion, to even imply where the direction of the explosion was. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty detailed. So here we are outside. Let's just look around here for a second. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of the game thus far. Is that it's a flying city and it's not all connected. So, I'm walking around and I have to go. Oh, I have to go up there. Attach.
Damn hook must be magnetized.
I guess my hook arm is magnetized.
Oh wow.
I'm walking around. I'm I don't know what to be doing right now, but all right. Ooh, pick up machine gun. I'm on board with that. But yeah, it's just like the city floats and the like two street sections don't necessarily connect to each other as they really probably wouldn't in a flying city. And already they've put way more thought into this than like
Yeah.
a Legend of Zelda level kind of thing. And it's just the, the small things that happen like in between the scenes that I think really makes the BioShocks. Like, I'm not going to say that like the Zelda games are terrible by any means, and I'd probably be lying by saying that they're some of my favorite games. But
Sure.
this entire world is just so fully realized.
Yeah, I mean, even just looking around right here, you have things moving in the background. I mean, look at all these smoke effects and particle effects going on at one time. I mean, you even said that your computer's not even totally rocked out.
No,
still,
yeah, and like
still looks pretty impressive.
But it's
even through the stream, which is a lower quality feed anyway.
yeah, and you have to remember that my computer is also when you stream something, you're basically running the game twice, and I'm worried that it's going to start hiccuping and stuff, and it hasn't taken a performance hit at all, which at least for me means that this game was just really well programmed.
Yeah, very smooth, impressive.
Yeah.
So, who are you fighting here? I mean, so there seems to be just like these cops.
Okay.
Is there any kind of a story behind why these guys are like hunting you down?
Yes. You walk into the city and it says, like this person, this person with this mark on their right hand is a false prophet. And like literally, you walk into a town square, and they instantly recognize you when you're about to do something. That, oh, this guy has this mark on his hand. So they just start hunting you down from there.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, it looks like they were about to kill you, and then you decided to take one of their heads off. So, I don't really know who's the bad guy at this point.
Yeah.
It really wasn't cool of me to kill all these people without provocation, but in the same instance, like, I had like a scar on my hand, dude. You didn't need to actively start hunting me down.
So what is the yellow like the yellow screen cracking effect mean?
That is a shield.
Oh, so that was that potion that you drank?
No, it's like you have a regenerating shield.
Oh, so you do get a shield.
Yes.
A regenerating shield, but your health does not come
Your
back.
health is finite. Like, I have to find healing items.
Okay.
But which I just picked up the regenerating shield. It was a potion that someone gave me, which leads me to believe that there'll be more of them that you can probably purchase later, or something along that. That's like a little Cthulhu. That's really... The doll there is really cool.
I mean, yeah, look, I mean, somebody had to make that, somebody had to put that on the shelf.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's... Granted, we're early in the game, but it doesn't even look like there's a lot of repeated, like, textures and stuff.
Yeah,
and
repeated assets, sure. So now, you're playing this on the PC with the controller or with the mouse and keyboard?
With the controller.
Okay. And I mean, everything feels right? The controls feel okay?
Yeah, it like instantly just natively mapped everything to the 360 controller. And there's also, they added a button this time that, as you can see, it appears on the floor. There's an arrow that shows you exactly where to go.
Oh, nice.
So in moments like I was just having where I'm getting lost, I can just be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, a lot of games have that now, from New Super Mario Brothers to Fable. It has the breadcrumb trail there if you need it.
Well, Fable happened a while ago, but...
Yep.
I think Fable was, like, the first time I saw that.
Yeah, I think one of the pioneers, sure, yeah, they might have been the first to do something like that.
Yeah, and, it really helps, at least that breadcrumb trail thing helps, because just, like, even, like, having to look up is not something you normally do in games, and I'm sure I might stop using it when I'm more familiar with just how to move around the levels, but right now it's fantastically helpful.
Yeah. Plus, when you get a game like this that's in the sky and there's, it's not just like a corridor shooter. There's, things going on above you and below you, and the environments seem to be moving and platforming, and then you get that claw arm thing, to hook shot yourself from one point to another. So what are some of the powers that you've got? So you can take over a turret. You got like some kind of a fire bomb thing.
Yeah, those are the two that I have, and I also have the shield regen thing.
Okay.
Early in the game. And,
yep.
They seem to want me to have that firepower one, because they are scattered all throughout these levels.
So now, did you play, besides the original Bioshock, did you play Bioshock 2?
I own it, I have not played it.
Yeah, me too. I bought it. It's still sitting shrink-wrapped on my shelf. I have not had a chance to play it.
If there was a shrink wrapping for Steam games, mine would still be in it. Yeah. I'm a terrible offender of, wow, this game looks completely fantastic. Oh, it's only $2.50 on a Steam sale.
Yep.
Sold.
Yep, I do the same exact thing. I'm sure a lot of people do. Just because it's cheap, you buy it.
Well, yeah, and it's like, it's cheap, and I heard this game is really good, and,
Whoa. Now there's a new type of enemy.
Oh, yeah, what are you? And it has the same, oh, you died, well, we're just gonna, save you or something?
Yeah, so I guess, how do they handle death here? You just go back to
a
checkpoint?
It's just like before that.
Oh,
well,
wow.
like in the last Bioshock, like, oh, well, you're dead. We're just going to respawn you. All of the enemies are already dead and everything that you killed.
But the ones you didn't are still there.
Yeah, but I think like the damage you did to them is still cumulative.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, you just died and you immediately spawned again. Like there wasn't you didn't have to go back to a loading screen, reload from a checkpoint. It just kind of dropped you in right where you left off.
Yeah, that's how Ken Levine plays. That's how he rolls.
Yep. Which is cool. I mean, I wish a lot more games were like that. I hate dying and going back to the menu screen or going back to a load screen. Yeah, so here we go again. I mean, watch how fast this is. You just get this door. You just hit. I mean, there is no delay in that whatsoever. I mean, it keeps the player right in the action. I like that a lot.
Yeah, sorry, I get distracted because this game's just like really good, and you're like talking, and I'm like, no, all these are valid points. Bioshock.
No, it's hard to play and talk and concentrate all at the same time.
Yeah, especially when you're like really enjoying stuff too. So
yeah,
I'm just this game's really good, and it's kind of funny because I just started a new job recently, and one of the guys there, like, we just talk about like how much we're looking forward to playing the new Bioshock because neither one of us had it. We were both planning on getting it tonight. He goes home for lunch and he's like, yeah, I got it installed. It's all ready on my computer. I really want to go home. It's like, yeah,
well,
me
it's
too.
good. Yeah, it's good to get excited about a game like that. I mean, it's not often where you get, where you want to go to the midnight launches on games and things like that, let alone a game that comes out in March. Usually like these big kind of, AAA games, come out in like the November time frame. So getting something early in 2013, in the first quarter, I mean, that's a little more unique.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it out there. Contender for Game of the Year already.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying.
Yeah. Wow, whoever lives here thinks that John Wilkes Booth is a good guy and Abraham Lincoln is the devil. You people are crazy.
One thing.
They turned on me.
One thing to point out is just.
He ran through the table. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
One small thing is there's. Oh yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, that a little bit of a clipping issue there. To say
I wouldn't even say there was a clipping issue.
Yeah, that was just completely running through. what I was going to say was that there's just birds everywhere. You fly around and they fly at you, and that's just another good indicator that you're in the sky. Even though you're like right there. There's birds. They fly away when you get near them. I mean, even though you're indoors, it still is kind of there to remind you that you're floating. You're out in an outside environment, which is just one of those little things that the player might pick up on, like, oh, there's birds out here, but they might not fully realize that it was intentionally designed and put that there to remind players that this is a floating environment. Just another cool touch, a cool detail, especially when they're eating bloody things.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, see.
Oh, there's a staircase that I forgot about. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I've had people yell at me about how much I will use a breadcrumb trail and stuff, and it's for me, for the most part, it's just I would have spent 5 minutes wandering around and getting annoyed back there, being like, oh, where am I supposed to go, and then just felt stupid that I basically forgot about.
Yeah, well, I think that's why they put that there, just to get rid of those, 1 to 5 minute annoying segments where you just don't know exactly where to go.
Yeah, and in all honesty, forgetting about that staircase, that was my fault. I'll fully admit that. That was bad on me, but at the same instance, I'm a shallow person and probably going to blame that on the game.
Sure, as I'm sure a lot of other gamers will, but, it's not there to be necessarily used as a crutch. It's just, if you need the help, here it is. And these are some very unique, very unique looking enemies, that's for sure.
Oh, you mean the KKK members?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is definitely, just by looking at that, this environment, this area right here, you can tell that this is BioShock, because BioShock has that glow to it, where every light source just has that humming glow, and you can just tell that this is a BioShock game.
This game is BioShock as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, every game kind of has their signature graphical touches, minor things, but the glow is kind of what I think helps define the look of BioShock.
Just what the doctor ordered.
So what do we got here? Health upgrades?
Yeah, I got a health upgrade.
So now, are you allowed to, kind of Halo style, where you can hold 2 weapons at the same time, or are you're limited to 2 weapons only?
I've only ever encountered 2 weapons at this point, so.
Okay.
And one of them keeps running out of ammo on me, so.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Yeah, always hit the button that says push on it.
Is there a multiplayer aspect to this game?
I believe so, but I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I've been trying to just kind of block it out. I kind of didn't want to hear details before it was released.
Well, my entire thing about hold on 1 second, let me check the controls. That's not what I wanted.
What are you looking for?
Melee attack. I forgot how to do it, and it just happened a little while ago. So
You gotta. Is it click in an analog stick?
I've already given up on it. So because if I search more than 5 seconds, I can't be bothered anymore.
Nice. Little secret area.
Yep. Okay. I have fire pants, which is my pickup line when I meet ladies.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I
girl-
have some fire pants, boy. Let me tell you.
Hey girls, I have fire pants. Even though it sounds like an STD, I promise you it's a good thing. You'd be surprised how often that doesn't work.
Well, that's what happens when you find secret rooms. You find secret fire pants.
Yeah, duh. Why don't the ladies understand me and my fire pant wisdom?
Yeah, games need to have more fire pants in them.
Yeah.
That's really the one thing that this game is lacking is there's only one pair of fire pants.
Yeah, I mean, if I could put on 3 pairs of fire pants at a time, who wouldn't? Let's be honest.
I wonder if there's boss encounters in this.
Whoa!
You know how you had like the big daddies?
I think we've just answered that question.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude got eaten by birds.
Nice. Oh yeah, here we go. I spoke 1 second too soon. He's got a coffin on his back, Gungrave style.
Yeah! Don't fuck with this guy. Yeah, right.
There you go. Drink the bird potion.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I don't know if he is hallucinating when this is happening, but... You would not believe how many times in my life I have said to myself, I really wish that I just could summon murderous crows.
Well, I mean that's pretty unique. I mean, what instead of just getting like a bigger gun or a rocket launcher or something like that, you know, or instead of just typical fire, ice, wind, let's shoot crows.
Yeah, let's have the guy have the ability to summon fucking crows that eat you. Why? Because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's different. It's unique.
Unique, that's the word.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I was going to say badass, but we can also go with unique.
Well, that too. Those are some pretty cool lighting effects when you were walking by.
Yeah, yeah, this stuff's just really well done. Also, burning hat, so I have fire pants and fire hat.
Hell yeah. Got to complete the whole outfit now.
Just need to have fire shirt, fire pants,
and fire mustache.
Oh, that would be pretty. I would approve of fire mustache. I think Ron Swanson would as well.
Yeah. So now that claw thing on your left hand, is that just for traveling, or can you chop someone up with it?
Yeah, no, that's your melee attack that I was trying to show you.
Oh, yeah, we need to try that.
Yeah, basically, when someone comes up to you, you grab them by the shirt and jam that into their face.
Yeah, we need to see that. That'd be
that's why I was hitting buttons for a while trying to kill things.
Is it maybe like the right analog stick? You got to click it in.
We can play around in the next area if you are really, really just in need of that.
Okay, so we just got like the first load screen yet.
No, there was one other one when we first started.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean that's it just loaded a huge chunk of the level.
Yeah, that's bigger. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted murder crows.
Fire bombs are still pretty cool.
I don't know, Murder Crozer.
Yeah.
An, an event for all ages.
How do you switch between abilities? Is it mapped to like the D-pad or something, or you got to hold down like the?
Oh,
left
you hold down the one of the bumpers, and it'll
Then
switch you over.
Yeah. Okay. So it's almost like switching on the fly, pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It said target is immune to crows. I don't think that's ever been true about anything.
So now, can you possess just inanimate objects, or can you possess?
It's robots. They explain that when you get the power.
Okay.
Kind of just looking for health right now because I'm low.
Yeah.
Which, even though like you respawn again in 5 seconds, it's.
Yeah. Is there any kind of penalty for dying? Like you lose something?
Not really.
Yeah.
You lose money.
You do lose money.
Yeah, that's it though.
Okay. So now the left trigger is the aiming down the iron sights feature?
No, it's a click in on one of the sticks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my only complaints thus far is wish I remembered how to do melee attacks, so I could slaughter more fools.
Yeah. 'Cause that's a pretty, that's another pretty unique aspect, you know, you get this spinning...
Oh, when you first get it, you
offense.
basically decapitate someone.
Yeah. It's much... It's different than your typical axe, or your just, you know, melee bash with your butt of your gun, or you get an actual melee weapon on you at all times, which is, again, unique.
Wow. Wow, these upgrades are pretty good.
So now, how do you upgrade? Is that what you got to grab those salt things, or is it money?
No, it's money. You go in and right now, like I just bought the ability to possess someone, and they turn and attack enemies.
Yep.
And before I could only do that to robots, and now it's straight up anyone. So that's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool how you get a power and then you can keep upgrading it. You know, it's not just one power. You know, you get multiple levels of it. Yeah, this I've seen in trailers and videos and stuff where you get to ride this zip line kind of a thing.
Yeah, so right there you saw that I, well, apparently demounted and turned him to ash. Oh, it's Y to finish him. There we go. Oh, yeah, cool. And apparently when I kill them now, thanks to Murder Pants, they just turn into flaming ashes.
Nice. If you just hit Y, does it punch him, or can you hold it down to like kind of rev it up or something like a chainsaw?
There's an execute attack you can do.
Okay, that's what that. Okay.
Oh, you can like stop on this too.
So now you're trying to save this chick in distress, right? This damsel in distress, right?
Yeah, and I'm not. They don't really tell you, as far as I can tell, why you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you just got a note that said you have to do this. And that was the end of the explanation thus far. But it's a BioShock game. You don't know half the fucking backstory until you're almost done.
Yep.
And then you spend the rest of the time trying to decide if you feel sorry for the guy or not.
Man, I wonder how long this game was in development for.
A really long time.
Yeah, I wonder how long it is, too. Like, is it 10 hours, 20 hours?
They said that this is one of the most expensive games ever made.
Yep.
It cost something like over $200 million to make.
That much, huh?
Well, it's weird because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them, like, people have just gone to the game industry, and it kind of seems like at some point in time, once the podcast got like a significant amount of followers, one of the people just went to work on this game. It was like the natural occurrence that, like, oh, you're.
Well, if it's a $200 million game...
Yeah, it just seems like they were just hiring everyone who had any semblance of talent at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be a team of, what, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people?
I don't know. That's
yeah.
an
It's got to be
interesting
huge,
question.
huge, yeah.
See, if they're flying with rockets like that, that just seems like a huge waste of petroleum resources.
If it's even powered by petroleum, it could be powered
That's
by
true.
wishes and dreams. You never know.
This is also taking place in a world that, you know, like has underwater cities and flying cities and plasmids that you can.
Right.
Oh, dude, that's really cool. You can jump farther down the line if you want to.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so they just didn't make it, you know, click and ride. You can, so it's still interactive. What's going on here?
Who cares? They're eating crows. Also fire.
Melee one of them in the face.
Oh no, they're already dead. Sorry. The crows and fire killed them.
Wow. Well, that's a deadly combo there. Fire crows.
Oh God! Don't even joke Don't joke about fire crows.
So now the bottom. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard to tell on the stream, but the bottom right hand is your blue magic power.
Bottom left hand is my magic power.
I'm sorry, bottom left hand blue. So when your blue stuff goes, that's the salt stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you get the salt stuff to renew your magic power. Got it.
The drink, the gambling, and of course, mana. And now,
Is this gonna move any fucking faster?
You're supposed to watch the screen, this dude talk.
but not all debts can be repaid, Booker. You don't know me, pal.
Oh, he's talking to me.
Prophecy is my business, Mr. DeWitt. As blood is yours. You know why these men will die? Because I have seen their future in the glory, and hence they are content. What brought you to Columbia, Booker? Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt? This will end in blood. Then again,
So I guess it's hard for me to tell on the stream. Is this like the main guy running the show here? This guy in the video?
I think so, and God knows if he's a bad guy or if he's a good guy or.
to lead my lamb astray, but thy crook is bent and thy path is twisted. Go back to the Sodom from which you came.
He's bleeding out of his fire pants.
Well, that's what happens when you wear fire pants too long.
Go back.
Holy shit.
There you go.
See, I guess it's a good thing that plasmids don't exist in the real world, because my response to every situation I didn't like at all would be crows.
Fire crows.
Yeah, murder crows. Kill them all, my minions.
One thing about this, and I don't know if you noticed, but it's like it's constantly just moving you forward to a new environment. I mean, you're in a building, and then the next time you're on the roof of the building, and then you zip line, and now you're kind of in like this dorm area. I mean, it's just constantly moving. You know, which is good. And, you know, it keeps things entertaining. So here's this dude again.
Crows!
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
But I think what really is messed up is she started talking to me, my first reaction was, crows!
That'll shut her mouth.
How dare she talk to me about feelings and understanding stuff? Eat crows!
And it's just kind of similar to Special Forces Team X, the other game that we streamed a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago, where you can summon dogs instead of grenades.
I don't know. Crows is still...
Yeah, Crows is still pretty... that's a little cooler.
Anything going on in the chat room?
We got Caseman25 says, "What's up, guys?"
Oh, hey, Casey, what's up? How are you doing, Casey? Casey is a fan and contributor to some of the things that some of my other projects.
Yeah, sweet.
He's also he and I do a webcomic every now and then. We just posted one today.
Was it about BioShock?
No, it was about enunciating.
Just as good as BioShock.
Yeah. But we also had jokes about hello ladies. We had jokes about PCP in it, so
which is always a good topic to joke about.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't have to feel bad if she's attractive.
The thing about BioShock is, even though it's not quite realistic, you know, it's kind of got like a slight caricature to everything. You know, it's not like things are slightly like misproportioned, just like how you said, like the children are kind of like, you know, their proportions don't fully match up. It's kind of slightly comic booky, slightly cartoony. And again, it just has its own unique feel.
Yeah, some of this stuff is just weird.
It is, and that's kind of BioShock, you know.
Mr. Thompson, sir, I replaced the entire fuse banker's ass, and the lights were all in working order last night. There they go again. We go through boxes of...
Again, here's just another unique environment. You're just, you know, outside zipping around, and then here all of a sudden you are in a mad scientist laboratory.
Yeah.
It's just throwing one thing after another at you. You know, here's like a photo room or something. You know, it's just different things all over the place.
You don't cast shadows. I guess you can't have everything in life.
Mm-hmm.
It is one thing to imagine one's future, and another to see it.
Like speakers?
I have seen the seeds of fire that will protect
Again,
the sun
another unique
from the
environment.
coming of the Lord. But Elizabeth shall sow those seeds, not I.
What is going on?
I will fall before the job is done. But she shall take up my mantle. The Lord is calling me.
I love that it says push, and it like he's just like, fuck that, I'm punching this. You don't tell me what to do, button. I'm a rebel.
With authority.
Punch this like a boss.
But the false shepherd is coming to lead my lamb astray. I will not board that train until she is safe from his deceptions.
What does the breadcrumb trail say? Oh, there we go.
Well, it's a straight line. I haven't been using it because
Yeah.
they've been pretty narrow halls.
Oh, isn't that the chick?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Doors are locked when specimen is present. That just, sounds fucked up.
You know what the characters kind of remind me of? Kind of is like Time Splitters 2. Like it kind of has like that. I don't know. Again, that kind of slightly. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, that was interesting. You'll notice that the movie marquee right there said Revenge of the Jedi. Not Return.
Not Return, right.
This job's getting worse all the time.
What makes the girl different? I suspect it has less to do with what she is, and rather more with what she is not. A small part of her remains from where she came. It would seem the universe does not like its peas mixed with its porridge.
What? That was a really fucking British thing to say. The universe does not like its peas mixed with its porridge. I don't know what that means. Is it
Well,
bad? Is it?
I don't want peas in my porridge. I mean, I don't know about you.
I don't know.
Holy shit. Alright. I can do this.
Looks a little windy.
Just a little bit.
Hello. Hey! Knock it off!
Whoa.
Will you stop it? I'm not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
My name is DeWitt. I'm a friend. Come to get you out
Get
of here.
away. Are you real?
Real enough.
Coming. You gotta go.
Why?
You don't want to be here when he gets here. Just a minute, I'm getting dressed.
Get you out of here.
There's no
Was she missing her pinky finger?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
enough.
What about this?
Little Assassin's Creed going on here, huh?
Give it to me. It's a way out. Come on, this way. His job to keep me locked up in here.
We'll see about that.
So he's a dick?
I don't know.
Why did you come here? This way, come on.
It's great that she has like this run animation. It looks like she's booking it, and I'm just casually walking and keeping up with her. What?
Hurry!
Call the elevator.
What?
The hell is? Press the button.
They were watching me all this time. Why? Why did they put me in here?
I don't know.
What
Don't
am I?
fucking ask me.
What am I?
I know less about this than you do.
Getting out of the city.
Breadcrumb trail.
Oh, that's a... I don't know. When in doubt, punch it in the eye.
Yeah.
This way.
That's a little interesting.
Yeah, right?
Apart.
Be careful, Elizabeth.
How do you know my name?
Not now.
Really? This guy who shows up and says, I'm getting you out of here, and then a giant metal steam-powered bird attacks, and you're concerned this random guy knows your name. That's when you're stopping to ask questions.
That's Bioshock.
No, it's not going to let me go that way. Anything from the chat?
Case Man just has a couple of, comments about the game. He said that he kind of agrees with the Time Splitters reference, and he seems to be liking it too.
Yeah. It's not a lot in the game to not like.
High production values, high presentation values.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah. I mean, huge, epic set pieces. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, this is like on like a God of War type scale. Big things happening, big things in the background that blend into the foreground that become interactive.
Yeah, and I'm sure that there's some coding trickery going on here,
Yeah, there's got to be.
but and these levels probably aren't as big as they seem, but fuck does this just look incredibly massive.
Yeah.
What do you want with her? We have a deal to win. Tell me what you want with her. Open this door right now. Are you going to hurt her? Tell me what you want.
Weird.
Huh. All right.
Here.
So what do you think? BioShock.
Buy this game. Stop what you're doing right now. Drive to the most local store that could possibly sell video games. I understand that 7-Eleven is even known to do that, and just fucking buy this game.
You all right?
Yeah, 2K is counting on a lot of purchases. I'm sure if it costs $200 million to make.
Almost found.
I said,
Yeah, they so like to even break even, they have to sell like over 3, almost 4 million copies.
Uh huh.
Which it kind of seems like, I don't know, it's weird. It just seems like they're anticipating this being one of the best-selling games of all time. Now, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing game, but just this entire like betting big on a game, and I don't know. That's what fucking destroyed 48 Studios.
Yeah, and THQ and a bunch of other games.
Well,
studios.
and THQ was doing like crazy stuff like, oh, well, we're going to invest all of our money in this, but we're anticipating like it was like Darksiders 2 to like sell gangbusters.
And U-Draw.
Well, U-Draw is basically kind of what pushed them towards like it just didn't sell is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like they were planning on Darksiders 2 just making enough money to be able to continue making physical copies of games. And that just seems backwards.
I mean, it got pretty good reviews, and then just in comparison, I heard like the new Tomb Raider game that we streamed last week. It got great reviews, but it hasn't really been selling that well.
Well, yeah, and we are in a fucking recession.
Well, that's true. I mean, but at the same time, I kind of wonder. Again, this is March. Like this isn't prime game buying time. Like in November, which is kind of unique. But you would think that gamers might be hurting for a great new game to play in the slower months.
Okay, what you have to understand is it's been proven a couple times that games will sell regardless of when they come out.
Yeah.
If they're only going to sell a little bit, depending on the game, they might sell more during Christmas than they normally do. But for the most part, like Grand Theft Auto is going to sell the same amount if it comes out, in March as if it comes out in November.
Yeah. And especially when all the good reviews start coming in. I mean, the game just launched. All the reviews are just starting to come in. So I'm sure the next couple of weeks as gamers start seeing how good the game is via these reviews. I'm sure that'll kick up a lot more interest too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just worried because like Square Enix has been publishing decent games recently, like you were just talking about, and they lost $143 million last quarter, which isn't $0.
Yeah,
and it's also not making money. And businesses, it's a little frightening that what it could mean to business people of just, well, I guess we're just not going to make this kind of game anymore. So, I mean, this game is fantastic. It's absolutely amazing, but I don't know. I'm concerned about how much it cost.
Well, in order to get a game this good looking, you need a big team and you need a big wallet.
And they did.
Yep.
All right. So I think that's a good place to stop our rendition of this. Do you have any last thoughts?
No, I mean it seems to be a pretty impressive game, and I personally would like to spend some time with it and see what happens with this crazy story and this crazy, unique, different world.
Yeah. All right. So for this week, Zach and I are actually planning on doing this pretty much weekly. We're yet to set a date, but let us know what you think about that. Probably be sort of midweekish. But all right. So for this week, this has been Dan Gilman.
And Zach Gazarowski from Mygamer.com.
Yeah, and I'm Varms.net, Mygamer.com. You're SquallSnake.com.
And I'm SquallSnake.com too, yep.
All
Visit
right.
it, leave some comments, let us know what you think.
All right, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Game over.